Well, today's project is going to be a little bit unique. It's not farm animal related, but it is along the lines of being self-sufficient. So there's more to being self-sufficient than growing tomatoes and cucumbers. It also includes entertainment, you know, your food, your water, your entertainment. So one of our favorite things to do each year is to celebrate the July 4th Independence Day and the fireworks and everything that goes into that. It's about the only thing we have to look forward to during the summer months. It's so hot and muggy and humid. It's terrible. So kind of plugged up from allergies right now. We ain't had no rain in forever, and everything's drying out and dying on us, unfortunately. You can kind of see the grass behind us here. Not looking so great, but so today I've previously cut out some pieces before we had the baby and had them sitting because I knew I was going to need some smaller projects to work on with the kids to keep us all entertained and busy when the new baby was here. So got the kids out here while mama's feeding the baby and resting. We're going to be working on building a 30-shot finale rack for canister shells for fireworks. So each year we've gotten a little bit bigger with our fireworks shows. I've shot fireworks off as long as I can remember, since I was a little boy. Usually get a few each year. And I'm going to share some tips and tricks with you on how to save hundreds and hundreds of dollars and where to buy fireworks. So let's get started on the rack first. So this is some leftover I had from last year. Last year I had two of these. I had a 10-shot finale, and I built two of these, and I had them in between here in a slight angle. This was version 1 of the ones I've built, and I don't like having the tubes touching each other. So I tested this on New Year's and did a spacer in between each one, and that allowed my fusing that runs along here to be a little more consistent, and they didn't just all go off at once. So I really like this setup, so that's why we're going to build the new racks. It's going to make them a little longer, but I'd rather have it to where we can pace out the fusing a little better. So got some pieces cut here. So these are 2x3s. These are like mobile home studs. They're 2 inches. Well, they're technically 1.5 by 3s, but or 2 3/4, something like that. But they're the perfect width for one of these tubes to fit on. And these are HDPE 12-inch tubes with a wooden plug in the bottom. I just get these. You can get them on Amazon, or Great Lakes Mortar Supply has them as well. I can drop you a link below if you're interested. So we've got our wood pieces cut. Got some zip ties for when we do the fusing. Got some handles, some little eye hooks for the fuses. Had Christian cut a bunch of these little 1x4 sections that are the width that we need to go in between there. So, and then of course we've got a whole bunch more tubes. So this is a case of 50. So we're going to be using 30 for the finale, and then I'm going to build another couple racks that are just for straight shooting. Of course, you do not have to build your own. You can also use the tubes that come in the fireworks and just save them each year. These are all fiberglass tubes except for the ones that come with the Excalibur shells. Those are the HDPE as well, but these are all fine to reuse just so they're not the cardboard. So this is the design I've got here. There's no exact measurements that I can give you. I basically took these tubes and I spaced them out like they're going to be and just kind of laid it out. Now I will say this, I kind of wish I would have allowed for a space over here, but I didn't. And it's not important enough to where I go buy all the new boards just to add a space. It would just give a little extra buffer in case one of these tubes malfunctions. It wouldn't mess up the whole rack. It would just mess up that tube itself, but it's not a big deal. so that's that. And that gives them a little bit of wiggle room in here so they're not so tight. But what we'll do is, I got all these spaced out. I'm gonna run a 1x4 across here and a 1x4 right across the bottom here. And that'll help hold everything in place. I'll do that on both sides. Now I screw these together. I'll probably use the air stapler for the spacers or the nail gun, but all this I screw together just so it's easier to take apart and fix if I need to, and it's a little stronger. Of course, the cool part about screws, they'll split the wood. All right, those will fit right down in there. Now these are going to stick up a little bit probably, but that's okay. We're going for functionality, not beauty. And we'll just do this to get our spacing right. And then once we get these nailed in, it's done. It's just, repeat this 2 more times. And then put the rack together. Just like that. Ooh, no, I'm shot through the top. All right, once we get them all built, it's gonna be heavy. I'm gonna drop one of these in for a spacer at the bottom for my angle. And let me get a couple more here. Like that. Hey, Jonathan, come over here and hold this one for me, please. Okay, so hold that right there. So that's going to give me my spread that I'm looking for. Make sure this stays tight at the bottom. All right, we got 2x4s. I'm just going to secure these bad boys on like so. I need to get a tape measure real quick. We'll put these on the top. This will just kind of hold them all together. That's the plan anyways. All right. Let me get one in this bottom right here. You good on space? Now these racks, they sell. I know Great Lakes sells them on their website. Already built. You don't have to go through all this headache. But those tubes are like a little over $2 a piece just for the tubes. And most of this lumber is just scrap lumber except for the 2x3s I bought, and the handles. You know, it's not like I have that much material cost in it. And to me, every dollar I can save, the better. So this is the route that I chose. But they sell them in different configurations. I don't know how many more firework nuts there are out there like me. I know this is something I enjoy, is fireworks. It's kind of like a passion of hobby that I like, have had for a while.
It's definitely right measurements. This won't fit in there.
One second. It just leaves one thing left, and that's to put tubes in. Lots of tubes. Some of these are a little tighter than I'd like them to be, but I think after the first shot, I know that was last time anyway, they kind of all self-spread and get where they need to be. You don't want them super tight. There we go. Sweet. I did forget to mention one thing, and I did it off camera just because I've been having to work on this a little bit at a time. I added these little eye hooks. You can get these at Walmart. They're like $2 for a dozen of them. Just screw them into the wood every so often. And what that allows is you'll tie a knot at the end of your fuse and then run your fuse all the way through these eye hooks down here to the end that you're going to light. And that holds the fuse in place. And then when you load your canister shells, you'll bring that fuse out and just zip tie it or tape it to that fuse at each location. And that will keep the fuse in place down each one of these racks. And now for my favorite part, let's talk fireworks. So as you can see behind me here, we've got all of our fireworks for this year lined up. We are on a very tight budget. Okay, you can lock up some serious dough in fireworks. So over the years, I've always bought at these little pop-up firework tents in our town. And you go in there and you'll get like a 500-gram cake. Of course, they've got the buy one, get one free, where it's jacked up twice the price, 3 times the price of what they would normally have it. And, you know, 500-gram cake, entry level is about $80 roughly, and they go up from there. That's with the buy one get one free price. So, you know, you got like $160 and you're getting it for 80. I never really got into those. So I bought a few You know, the most I ever bought in a year would be 500 grams. And then we started, 1 or 2 years ago, I can't remember now, I started going to a Phantom fireworks store, and it's about 65 miles away from us, something like that, up in McClenny. And I was shocked at the prices. So they sent me a coupon, 50% off everything in the store. It's kind of the same kind of deal. Instead of buy one, get one free, it's 50% off. But I prefer the 50% because you can get a variety. You don't have to buy all the same thing or try to find something, one other firework in there that's the exact same price. And so I went in there and we bought twice what we normally would get in a firework tent for the same money. And I got another one of these in the mail. So what it is now, so I bought some of that. What they had a few specific sales on a couple items. So I was able to get like the lock and load canister shells, a 24 pack. They had limit 1 per person. So I took my brother with me and we got those. It was like 89 bucks. And I'm like, wow, because normal price is 300 bucks in Phantom fireworks for a pack of canister shells, you know? So we had a great show last year. Well, I've been seeing, just through searching online, a fireworks store called Superior Fireworks. And they were over in Orange Park, which is just outside of Jacksonville. And I kept seeing a website for them. And I'm like, it's kind of interesting. I look more into it, but usually I steer away from anything that describes themselves in the name. You know, like best lawn maintenance or, you know, Superior Fireworks. To me, it feels like they're compensating for lack of quality. When you got to call yourself superior, okay, you're probably not, right? But I decided I wanted to check it out because I saw the Excalibur shells on their website were just over 100 bucks year round, their normal price. And they actually run sales too. So I'm like, regardless, I could get a few things from there. Well, I visited them. And let me tell you, I will probably not be going back to Phantom Fireworks. So Phantom does these sales as well. So you get like a buy one, get two free on any item, you know, different price items and such, which I did this year. So I don't shop one time. I shop sales for fireworks, and I shop 365 days out of the year. Each month with our YouTube money, I set a little bit aside, and we save each month for this fireworks show. And we don't go into debt for it. It's not something we spend a ton of money on, but we put a little aside each month. And that's so we can, as a family, enjoy a fireworks show. We don't have to depend on local places. You know, if they decided one year they weren't even going to do a fireworks show, they did a laser show. I'm not into that. I'm sorry. That's too much like a rock concert for me. I'm into the traditional fireworks. So that's, like I say, during COVID, we kind of decided we want to start doing this as a family. That way, even once our kids are married and gone, that's an event during the summer we can get together and have a good time and spend some time together and shoot some fireworks. So I went right after the 4th last year to Phantom and picked up some of these 200 gram cakes and a couple of the 500 grams, the bold colors that you see down there, the Deep Impact, Fortress of Fire, and some of those. That was actually 2 different trips that we went up there shopping with those coupons, buy one, get 2 free. That put those 500 gram cakes at, you buy one at like 169 bucks, but you got 3. So whatever 170 divided by 3 is, what is that, like 50 something dollars? I don't know, I can't do math on camera, but that makes them affordable. Well, so I go visit Superior and nearly had a heart attack. So after looking at videos on their website, they actually have a fantastic website. They have videos on there of all of their fireworks, what they do, the duration that they last, all that. And it's all, most of the fireworks have it marked on them as well, how long they last. I was impressed. I'm like, I got to check this place out. So we went over there. The prices were insane. Their normal everyday price, no sales at all, are cheaper than Phantom's buy one, get 2 free sales. I couldn't believe it. The cool part is you can shop on their website, on their wholesale website, and if you spend $1,000, which most people are going to spend about $1,000 if you're doing a really big show, you get it shipped to your house anywhere in the country. So they'll ship it to you. They're just $1,000 minimum. So go check their website out. I'm not getting paid from them. They do not sponsor my channel at all. I can't, the word escapes me right now. I'm a firework enthusiast, so, okay? That's my passion, is fireworks. A lot of people have fishing or golf or football or whatever. Fireworks is my thing, so I get excited talking about it. But most of these cakes right up here, like Old Glory, American Heartland, so the Old Glories I think I paid $9 and something for, and those are heavy 200-gram cakes. The Founders assortments, those are 350-gram cakes. Jam up. Those rival any 500-gram cake I've seen at Phantom Fireworks. Those were like $20 or $21, something like that. Most of these one down here, the Celebrate America, the One If by Land, that's the other thing. They've got cool themes, American patriotic themes to their fireworks instead of clowns and ghosts and weird goblins and stuff. It's all patriotic. So like all those are Founders series. Those are the Founding Fathers. You've got Celebrate America, One If by Land. They have another one that's called Two If by Sea. It shoots 2 at a time. Those were about $22, $23 on sale when I should just shop the sales. Normally they're like $30, $35. I mean, it's just insane, man. I could not believe the price. Now I ended up getting some nice stuff. So like the Bold City, there's a fancy angled mine over there. I mean, a angled cake over there. You know, I've got a few that were a little more pricey. They were like $30 to $40, but still, I can't believe how cheap those prices are. Canister shells. We got the Lock and Loads 24-pack, 4-inch canister shells, mind you, for $89 at Phantom. Those Manhattan Project shells, they just had a sale going, so we were over there. 24 in a pack, 5-inch shells, okay? What did we pay for those? $55, I think, is what we paid for those. You can't beat it. So it makes it affordable for people like me and my family that we want to do a show like this. And they're 65, 66 miles away, right over there in Orange Park. And like I say, anybody can shop there in the store. You can also shop online, buy the case. And when you get cases of stuff, it's even cheaper than that. So go check them out, man. I'm excited to do this year's show. We've already, we brought everything out today. And while we had some time, Katie was sleeping, we laid everything out in the living room, how I wanted to shoot it off, wrote a list, have everything itemized out. We're writing down the times that it lasts, finishing out our finale. The cool part about Superior's website is they have something called Show Builder. Check that out too. So I was able to take all of my fireworks that I'm going to use in the finale, and I put them in there. You can put when you want them all to start, the duration of time, you know, if you want them to be one after another to design your whole show. I just did it for the finale. I put all my stuff in there because I wanted to see, is this going to be enough? Is it going to be too much? I wanted to see what it looked like. So it was cool. I got to see what my finale is going to look like before it actually happens. So, all right, enough of my rambling. Hopefully you guys are getting ready for the 4th. Hope this helps. I encourage you to go check out Superior Fireworks' website. Like I say, if you're doing your own show and spending $1,000 or more, it's going to be worth checking out because you can have this stuff shipped right to your house. And I'm yet to see a bad firework cake. Phantom Fireworks, I went through there when I was trying to pick out these, and I was watching videos with the QR codes with my cell phone. It took me forever before I'm like, I guess I'll just go with these here. I really don't know. These are all garbage. These here would look like they might be decent. I'll go with them, you know. And on the 200-gram cakes, I just grabbed some because I'm like, let's try a variety. I've not tried some of them before, so I just grabbed some and put them in there. 2 of them I kind of regret getting. They're all like whistling, all whistling and stuff. And I'm not much for the whistling and crackling styles. I prefer other stuff, but they don't even go up that high. So a little disappointed. I don't think I'll be going back to Phantom Fireworks. There's only one thing from them this year that I'm excited to try out, and that is the 5-inch Nishiki Willows. From what I have seen on videos, those things are huge and very loud. So we'll see. If they're really, really exceptional, I may go back there just to get something like that if there's a sale. Other than that, I don't think I'll be going back. So search your area too, you know. If you're in another part of the country where there's not many fireworks stores, check them out. A lot of them carry other brands too, like Brothers Pyrotechnics and Winda Fireworks. A lot of those brands are at these two stores too. So y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.